All right. Come on in. As you come on in, get your popcorn, as my hat suggests. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, also hit that subscribe bell as well. But, it's an acquired taste over here. So do that at your own discretion. But we're going to talk about a bunch of topics today. We're going to talk about Young M.A. and how her girl exposed her. We're going to talk about this whole Breakfast Club debacle. We're going to talk about how Teyana Taylor wants Iman Shumpert locked up. She wants him in cuffs and in jail. We're going to go over all of that right after this countdown. We're out here in Beverly Hills with Raz B. I haven't seen you on the scene in a minute, so let the people know what you've been up to. Hey, what's up? I got Amara La Negra here with me tonight at the A Toast to Young Hollywood event. Hey guys, so I have the beautiful Layla Ali with me tonight. So I just want to first start off by saying your Instagram is an inspiration to go on a path to eat healthy. And it is your 50th birthday. You don't look a day over 25.
You know what?
Let us know how you do it.
First, everybody always say that. I think that's so cliche, and people know you don't look 25. Now, if you would have said maybe 40.
Hey, what's up? You're watching Nick at Night, and we have Keith Powers with us tonight.
Hey, how you doing?
A lot of girls was like putting you as their, man crush, and you was their, aspiration to take you off the market. And when you came out with Bae, you crushed a lot of people. Like, Hey guys, so I have Daniel Cormier with me tonight, and it's crazy because my first UFC fight happened to be your fight.
I'm glad you were able to watch the first fight and it was mine and I won, because that could be some bad memories.
Right, okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen it and I seen him come,
I was gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Hey, I'm not gonna tell a lie, okay? I'm gonna keep it honest. Definitely experience, you guys. That's Amarian, and we're at his word for word screening. It was super dope. Make sure you check it out. It drops tomorrow, and you don't want to miss it.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
It's your partner, Big Boy. What's happening in the voice of Los Angeles? Hello. You know what I do at night? I watch Nick at Night. Show you right. You thought I was going to say something crazy. Thought I was going to say something disgusting and nasty. Yeah. But guess what? When I watch that Nick at Night, I may be doing something disgusting and nasty. Look at her. Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. If this is your first time here, over here, we are the Night Owls. If you have not hit that subscribe button, I want you to go ahead and do that right now and turn on your notification bell so you're notified when I post another video. But just know, keep in mind that over here, this is an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody. This is a channel where I talk about celebrity news and gossip and give my opinion on trending stories. I'm a woman who has a website as well. I sell lingerie, adult toys, sexy pajamas, and I even got stuff for going out to the club, nighttime wear, all of those goodies for you as well. You can find this along with a whole bunch of other new goodies. You can find this at www.neekatnight.com. I'm just going to do a live video and we're gonna get this done, and it's gonna be bada bing, bada boom. All right. And just like that, we are back. Welcome back. So, like I said in the beginning, we're going to be talking about a lot of different stories today. The main two stories that we're going to be talking about is this story with Young M.A.'s girl releasing her vulnerable video, and then we're also going to be talking about this Breakfast Club debacle and my feelings on it. Now, before we get to the Breakfast Club debacle and my feelings on that, let's get into this Teyana Taylor tea, okay? Because it is a lot going on with that. And according to new file court documents, Teyana Taylor wants Iman locked up. Okay, she said put him in jail and put him behind the clink wall with them cuffs and all of the things of the things. So if you guys have been watching social media, or if you guys have not, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert have come back up in the news, and the details of their divorce settlement got released. Now, when the details of their divorce settlement got released, this came a year after they came to that settlement. So let me show you guys. Okay, so right here, this post comes from the Jasmine brand. And as you can see right here, it says, Teyana Taylor seeks jail time for Iman Shumpert, and she accuses him of leaking the divorce documents. So if you guys were peeping social media, there was reports that Teyana Taylor and Iman came to this settlement where she got 4 houses, $10 million. She got this big payout. And a lot of people were like, dang, like Teyana Taylor got 4 houses, but nobody heard what Iman got out of the deal. So it kind of looked like a lopsided deal, like she was just out for the take, to take him for everything that he had and leave him with seemingly nothing if you just take for what it is, what they're saying that she received. Now, I don't know what properties they equally have or things like that, but if you just hear what she got and you don't hear what he got, then it would sound a little one-sided. Also, too, it doesn't say who acquired what property on their own. Did the property that Teyana got in the divorce settlement, if she already owned that property herself? Is it property that they acquired as a couple? And like, you know, the little intricate details like that, I didn't see. So from the outside looking in, a lot of people felt as though Teyana Taylor was out for the take, and she was the one to just, you know, come up out of this settlement. Well, Teyana Taylor's mother called cap to that, and she wanted things to get straightened out, because she said that the reports of what was in the divorce settlement was not only sealed and not to be released, but that it was a little one-sided and did not reveal the actual truth of the matter. So let's just go over what was reported that she received in the first place. So let me pull up this article right here and bring you guys up onto the details. And so right here it says, the former couple, who were married for 8 years, finalized their divorce and agreed to get what as part of the settlement. Taylor will receive 4 luxury homes worth over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payout, and several high-end vehicles, a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus, the Express Tribune reports. Now, it says the singer and actress will retain full ownership of her business and receive $8,000 a month in child support from Shumpert for their 2 daughters, Junie and Rue. The NBA champion will also cover their private school tuition, ensuring their financial stability. So that was pretty much what was reported, and it made it look like, you know, like I said, Teyana Taylor was for the take. She was for the take, this, that. So her mom and Teyana have issue with this, and let's go over what they are saying on this TMZ article. So on this TMZ article right here, it says, Teyana Taylor files petition against Iman Shumpert. Those divorce reports were fake, and you know it. Okay? It says Teyana's legal team wants her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, locked up for contempt, claiming he deliberately leaked sealed documents about their divorce to the media. According to docs obtained by TMZ, it says Teyana claims that she's been getting skewered on social media over misleading reports about who got what in their divorce. Taylor insists it wasn't a settlement at all because the parties only got what was awarded by the court, including vehicles and a tour bus, which says she paid for on her own. So she wanted y'all to know, okay, y'all saying that I'm over here just taking from him, but little do you know, I pay for those vehicles that y'all see on my own, okay? So she wanted the record straightened, and she wanted him to get a little straightening as well. It says she also claims the Maybach she purchased came after Iman crashed, totaled, and abandoned her Rolls Royce and never replaced it. It says, as for other reports out there, Teyana says she was awarded 4 properties and Iman was awarded 3, including the Miami condo she says he originally gifted to her. Okay? So she's saying, listen, I got 4 properties, you got 3. The cars that they're reporting that I got was partly owned by me, and one was replaced from you totaling my car, etc. So she filed a motion to get him held in contempt of court. And if you are held in contempt, they can either sanction you or lock you up, or both. Okay. And in this report right here, it's claiming that she is looking for him to be locked up. All right. So according to them, it says she wants him locked up. So there's that. Now let's move on to the next topic, because it has been a lot going on. Okay, what should we talk about first? Should we talk about this Young M.A. situation or the Breakfast Club? Let's get into this Young M.A. situation, and then we're going to go into my feelings about the Breakfast Club. Okay, so if you guys have not hit the like button, let me see what it's looking like on this live, because let's see what's going on here. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you have not already. And okay, it's enough for y'all not to be quiet in the chat. I'm seeing it's crickets in the chat, but let's go on. Maybe I ain't got to the part where y'all want to engage at. Okay, period. Let's move it along. So let's go to this Young M.A. situation. So as you guys know, Young M.A. is a female rapper from the East Coast, and she had this health scare not too long ago, like a couple years ago. She went viral. She had like really, really yellow eyes. There was a video where she was like in a barbershop, and inside the barbershop, the barber was showing off her haircut, but everybody was focused on how poorly Young M.A. looked. So today, Young M.A.'s girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend rather, she decided to leak a video of Young M.A. at that vulnerable time and call herself putting Young M.A. on blast. So let's get into this and all of the back and forth after.
This is so hard. This is hard.
You like it?
What? I love it. Yeah, she for life. This is so hard. This is hard.
You like it?
What? I love it.
All right. So as you can see, she's in the bed. She looks bloated. She got oxygen in her nose. She's loopy. She's a little delayed. She's getting a gift from the girl, and she says that she loves whatever she got. Now, in the caption, the girl says, "When I first met you, you ended up like this within the next few weeks, telling me how you been sick but was hiding it from me. This was our first Valentine's Day. You was in the hospital twice with me. I got you to where you are now. I nursed you up every day and didn't even know you. Let's be real." Okay, so hold on. Let's get into this, because let me make this bigger so we could really get into this. Let me move myself over. So she says, I first met you, you ended up like this within the next few weeks, all right? So imagine you meet a stranger. And then in the next few weeks, this is their state. Right? This is their state in the next few weeks after you met them. All right? Let's follow this. Let's follow this. She says, this was within the next few weeks, telling me how you been sick but was hiding it from me. This was our first Valentine's Day. You was in the hospital twice with me. I got you to where you are now. I nursed you up every day, all day, and didn't even know you. Let's be real. All right? So I'm going to stop there because although nursing somebody to health is nice, I could tell you started off with pure intent, with disingenuous intentions from the start. Now, is that a caring heart to nurse somebody from their sickness or whatever? That's nice, but are you doing this without a motive with somebody that you just met a couple weeks ago? So were your intentions to have a I did this for you moment and claim that, or did you genuinely want to help her? Because most people are not, if I meet a guy today and within a couple weeks he in the hospital, I don't know you well enough to nurse you back to health. Now, that may be mean, that may be what it is, but that's just what it is. 90% of the people are not going to nurse back to health a stranger. Now, because she was popular, because she had fame, because she had popularity in the music industry and clout attached to it, you signed up for the job to be the person to nurse her back to health. Okay? Let's just continue reading. So she says, I nursed you up every day, all day, and didn't even know you. Let's be real. I left you. I had to leave you alone because you wasn't going nothing but holding me back. And I guess she meant you wasn't doing nothing but holding me back. You didn't like me having motion and didn't like me making money. You hated on me. Telling my full story in a few. We had no relationship problems, only when I would get to looking cute and getting money, this girl will only want to be with me if I'm broke and not looking my best. And then she tagged at Young M.A. She said in her Instagram story, I cleaned your when you was boo-booing on yourself in the hospital and at the house. Okay? So she told Young M.A. that she wiped her butt when she was boo-booing. Now, mind you, she said that this was within the first few weeks of meeting her. Now, yes, on the outside looking in, a person doing that would seem like it's nice, but I can tell off the rip, I'm not wiping nobody's. Let me meet a man tomorrow, and 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, he in the hospital. I'm not wiping that man's ass. But you did it because you had clout attached to it. You were looking for a come up on the other end of it, and you were holding that in the hole for this very moment. It's clear and it's evident with the things that you say. Now, Younger May responded to it, and this is what she had to say about it.
This video going around on the blogs or whatever the case. Somebody I, once upon a time was with, posted me in the hospital at a vulnerable moment. Something that I've owned already. It's been 2 years. That was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I had an unfortunate situation in my life, and I got sick. I got really sick. You understand? It's not really too much to say on it. It's something I already spoke about. You feel me? I got a whole music video talking about it. Something I express in my music often. You know what I mean? I'm a human. We go through things. We make mistakes. You feel me? I just didn't expect this person to do that. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't even know what to say. All I can do is let God handle it. You feel me? All I can do is let God handle it. That's just been always my phrase. Yo, what up, mob? I mean, I know y'all see always my phrase, moving forward, just moving with God, man. I just feel like that was just so foul, though. You feel me? Like, that's just foul. I don't even know how a person can have the urge or willing to want to even do something like that. That just speaks a lot. And I just never knew this was her character. You feel me? Like, just never knew. But, you know, people be people sometimes and you just never know. And it is what it is. But this is something I've owned. Like, I'm not ashamed of this. This is real. You know what I'm saying? I went through a time in my life that I was real dark. But I'm good now. I'm very healthy. And my supporters know that. Big mob shit. You already know what it is, man. Open Scars on YouTube. And I'm dropping that link. I ain't ashamed of nothing. It says a lot about this person's character, man. That's all I'm going to say, man. Reap what you sow. Always my...
All right. So then after that, she released, I guess, the link to her music video where she was discussing all of these things and her music and things like that. Now, after she released the music video and the scrutiny didn't happen as though the ex anticipated it to happen, she decided to clap back further. Now, she went on to her Instagram story and she decided to go off and say how she could have framed this. And she also did a video saying that this didn't really go the way that she planned it. And had she planned this a little bit more thoughtfully and she knew that the comments wouldn't have been on her side, then she would have handled it different. So let me pull up some of these posts from her IG story, and then we're going to get into the video that she stated. So she said, let's see, what came first? I don't know the order because I didn't upload these in order. So she said, chasing clout is crazy. When I been knew about her sick and y'all found out a year later. I've been hiding and holding stuff in. I only got those vids, etc. Cause dude, she was like that when I first met her. I accepted it, but dang, I'm not supposed to record my partner the whole 2 years cause that's how she looked. Nah, and none of this is for laughs and giggles. That was our first V-Day and I'm just telling my story. Now people been wondering why I've changed, etc. Time to let y'all know. All right. So she said, sure, she ain't chasing clout. That's the person she accepted. So if you accepted to wipe her ass and you accepted to change her butt, then why are you trying to use it to weaponize her now if that's what you accepted? Okay. She said, and by the way, I do the leaving. I don't get broken up with, but why me leaving will always be mentioned. Then she said, story time coming soon. Need to break the silence. Follow It's M Self-Made, my TikTok and YouTube in case we get deleted. All right. So she reposted her backup page, shared her TikTok link, and told people that she has a story time coming soon. Now, what I see on TikTok is a lot of people are trying to use that Risa Tisa, who the F did I marry, as a way to expose people. Okay? Let's call a thing a thing. Like the same thing that happened with the tonight's conversation. Same thing that happened with so many others. They're using that why did I get married as a way to monetize and expose people. And it's like, if you just want to expose people, just expose them. You know? Somebody said, who who are these people? Right now, we're talking about Young M.A. and her girl. All right. So she also posted this right here, and she posted this video of Young M.A. with her TikTok link on her story, and she said, "We on TikTok with it, and at self s black backup. I need my page back, laughing my A off." Okay, so she's promoting her pages, she's promoting her TikTok, and she's basically using Young M.A.'s unfortunate situation as self-promotion for her to monetize, capitalize, and expose Young M.A. And so let's call a thing a thing. Now, I'm not saying that Young M.A. wasn't a nasty person to her. I don't know if she was or if she wasn't. Sometimes people go through dark times, and when they go through dark times, they are shitty people to other people, you know? Now, I'm not in their relationship. I don't know what she's been through. I don't know what the outcome was, how things were, and things like that. But this, to me, if you just want to make a quick buck and you want to, you know, do some exposing, call a thing and say what it is, you know? So she also shared this right here, and it says, "Evil people kick kids out with no rides. I'm so effing mad, dude." And then she said, "Please, let's not have my friends tell they stories they endure from her, because we all got one. They only stayed quiet because of me." All right? So that's what she said on her Instagram story. And then she came back with a video. So in her video, she decided to basically say that this didn't go the way that she thought. And had this gone the way that she thought, she would have maneuvered this a little different. But let me tell you one thing. What you thought was you was going to release that video. You thought people was going to laugh and clown how Young M.A. looked. You thought that people were going to be like, "Ugh, look at Young M.A. Look at how she looked." You thought that she was going to be the joke of the internet like she was with that barbershop situation. Now, the barbershop situation, she wasn't the laugh of the internet. It was a lot of concern and, oh my God, like, you thought that you was going to have another barbershop viral yellow eye reaction to Young M.A., and it backfired. So because it backfired and didn't go the way that she went, this is her explanation.
I'm nasty and all this kind of stuff, and like, I am nasty, but not in that kind of way. But yeah, the people that really know me, like, they honestly, you know where I was coming from with it. Yeah, I don't know. If I would have knew, no, because even if I would have knew, I still wouldn't have went that route. But like I was just about to say, if I would have knew y'all was gonna take it like to the left and like make it seem like nasty, I could have made the caption like really juicy and like really, really nasty. Like I could have really did my big one when it came to the caption, but that wasn't the route I was taking it. But once again, a lot of stuff go over people's heads on the internet. And yeah, I really had something to say. But it's like it's like a third person. I'm like, okay, it does look bad, but if you're smart and read the caption, it had nothing to do with trying to be nasty. But yeah, moral of the story is y'all can say what y'all want, y'all can come up with what y'all want. All I'm saying is if I turn my comments off, y'all won't be talking to me no more. I don't really check my DMs, so y'all still won't be talking to me. At the end of the day, you'll always be talking to yourself. I don't know you, y'all don't know me, y'all don't pay my bills, y'all don't take care of me, my child, or anybody else I take care of. I'm just trying to see how am I like really supposed to give a fuck behind what somebody done to me.
I mean, you posted it for people to have a reaction, and now people have a reaction. And now that people have a reaction and it's not the reaction that you thought it was going to be, now you want to tell people to mind their business and don't say nothing to you. Now, if they were dragging Young M.A. and making you be a victim, then you would be here for it. But the way that you went about trying to let people know that you perceive yourself as a victim was tacky.
Like, how y'all mad at me for telling my part of the story? That's a narcissist. I'm sorry, but no, she's not a victim at all. Y'all could let her play in y'all face like she's a victim and all this kind of stuff. But like I said, this story has many characters, many people in it. Even her own exes have their horror stories. It might as well call it surviving MA. Come on now, nobody name an ex who got a good story that left from her. Well, that ex like a third person. I'm like, okay, it does look bad. She left because, as far as I know, I'm the first one that left. But let's gather up the exes and let's see who has a good ending story. Let's see whose story doesn't match my story. Then at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and keep explaining the route I was going with the video because y'all already took the route I was going to. And at the end of the day, who the fuck is y'all for me to explain anything to? I don't know y'all just like y'all don't know me. I'm not about to sit here and be just making videos just trying to keep.
So if you don't know us and we don't know you, why is you on the internet telling us your business? This ain't something where that somebody found out your business and then somebody leaked your business and then people was making your business that you didn't leak a topic of conversation. Then I would understand, okay? But you put this out and you made it people's business. You are the one who leaked it. So how you gonna leak it, invite people in your business, and then tell people you don't got to explain nothing to them? If you don't want people to know your business, don't tell them. Okay? Now, again, it's one thing if somebody docks your information and leak your business that you didn't leak, but you leaked this, ma'am. You leaked this.
Yeah, but if you're pleading the fifth, for who? Not you, bitch. Y'all about to have me really show my ass on here. I was really being nice, but I could really get like that. I can. So just back up a little bit. Shouty, just hold on. I had to put myself first, little shit. That's not the route I was taking, but she left, because as far as I know, I'm the first one that left. Oh, honey, and then I think me laughing and smiling don't make it better. Like I said, I laugh at everything. I'm really only laughing because I don't make videos, because I just feel like I'm talking to myself, because nobody else is talking back. So I'm just sitting here making videos for pointless ass fucking.
Yo, what up?
All right. So that was Young M.A., her girlfriend, her releasing her in the hospital, and et cetera, et cetera.
Always my free.
Yeah, like,
This is so hard.
and that's why y'all need to stop dating people just for looks. Because as pretty as this girl is,
Always my.
she's super pretty. She's really pretty, but what's up here? As she was talking, I'm like, you're pretty, but what are you saying? What are you saying, honey? Sweetie, I'm trying to understand what it's giving. And it's not giving 1 + 1 = 2. It's giving, if Johnny had 5 apples, it's giving, if Johnny, it's giving me as a parent with a belt on my if Johnny had 5 apples sentiment. It's not clicking. It's like, what are you saying? But, you know, I think that Young M.A. was caught up in the looks, and she was also caught in a vulnerable state. And that's just what it was. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, we all done dated somebody that we should not have dated, okay? Because I'm going to tell you that, you know, shoot, I got some exes that I'm not claiming, okay? And they bet not get on this internet and say we was a thing. because I'm gonna be on my Kiki Palmer. Sorry to this man. I don't know him at all. Okay. So, I'm sure right now this is one of the people that Young and May wishes that she can unfuck. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on. Now, let's get into the Breakfast Club drama and all of the stuff that has been going on as it pertains to the Breakfast Club. So I only watch the Breakfast Club when it is like a special moment. You get what I'm saying? Like something like really, really going on that makes me tune in. Like them having the exclusive. I think they were like the first people to basically have Wendy Williams do an interview. Then they did an interview with Wendy. I was like, oh, okay, nobody else talked to Wendy's, but then they talked to her. That was exclusive. I tuned in. Then Don Lemon talked to Wendy and so on and so forth. But nowadays, I don't really watch all of their interviews. I don't really watch a lot of the Breakfast Club, but the times that I peeked in, because I do watch it occasionally, I'm just not a consistent watcher as I once was. But as I've been tuning in lately, and I'll go to the comment section, there has been a lot of conversation about how Jess Hillarious is doing lazy reporting, how Lauren LaRosa is so much more amazing than Jess, and all of the comments are putting the two of them against each other. Now, this has been going on for quite some time now, and there has not been an official addressing of this on the Breakfast Club. The closest that we've got to this being addressed was Lauren LaRosa clapping back, I want to say yesterday, to Gary Owens. So after everybody has been chatting about this, everybody has been bringing this up and putting them two together, I felt like, because I'm gonna be honest, okay, a lot of people and listen, it's an acquired taste over here, because I'm gonna say what's on my mind and I'm not gonna hold back. A lot of content creators will be politically correct in saying stuff, and me, I just say it how it is, okay? So there's that. I'm gonna just give y'all that fair warning that I'm not about to hold back in my thoughts. Now, being that I've peeped in on the Breakfast Club, I think that Lauren does do an amazing job at presenting the facts of stories. Like, she does investigative journalism. She is boots on the ground. She goes, like, when it was the whole Wendy Williams debacle, she went to the nursing home to get the inside scoop. She went and she like right when the Wendy Williams documentary had gone on air, she was watching it at like 3 a.m. I remember because I kept up with the Wendy Williams updates, so I remember them talking about different stuff. So Jess Hillarious was like, girl, I didn't watch it. You tell them what you watched. And that's kind of been Jess Hillarious' attitude to it. Now, being that Jess Hillarious has been having more of a laxed, response to reporting the news, Jess Hillarious hasn't been going out of her way to get stories. She hasn't been going out of her way to bring the tea. And quite frankly, I think that she is in a position that a lot of content creators are in oftentimes, okay? And so I'm going to get to that in a second, but I think that she's in her burnout phase. So if you watch any of our content as YouTubers, you'll probably hear a lot of us talk about a burnout phase. Okay? And in that burnout phase, you kind of lose the thrill at the moment. Now, all of us as content creators who have been doing this for a very long time, you enter into that phase. And me personally, I don't think that Jess Hillarious doesn't have it. I don't think that she isn't capable of being the person just with the mess and all of those things. I just think that right now she just had a baby. Postpartum can still be at bay. And you have all of these people putting me against this other woman. And I feel like that is going to make her feel as though, child, let her have it, you know? And stuff like that. Now, where I felt like Loren was lame at, and I said what I said, I think that she is an amazing journalist in presenting the facts. Now, I'm not sure what the rules are, how they have to roll out information, how they have to share certain things. But in my opinion, the Gary Owens thing, it just, I didn't even know that Lauren LaRosa had a YouTube channel. But I was scrolling, I think it was yesterday, I was scrolling on my YouTube and the video of Lauren LaRosa responding to Gary Owens popped up in my algorithm. So I clicked on it out of curiosity and I'm like, okay, I was like, this is an odd beef, her beefing with Gary Owens, like what's going on? So when I clicked on a video, it was Gary Owens basically shading her and saying that she has said that he was a nobody and Kendrick Lamar wasn't responding to him in a beef and it was about Andrew Schultz, blah, 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 blah. But as I was watching it, I felt as though, girl, if you want to announce your position, just say that. Because the video was very much, to me, like, and I'm a tussler. I'm a person who I'm gonna get you together. You say something about me, I'm gonna clap back. So it wasn't so much that she was clapping back at Gary Owens, because I am a clap backer. Okay, you talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk to you back crazy. However, it felt less to me about her clapping back to Gary Owens and more to me like, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say I took the job. That's just the vibe I got when I watched it. I was like, girl, if you want to say you got the job, just say that, because people been bringing up the fact that you have a segment latest with Loren, and they've been talking about how you and Jess have been at odds, and y'all have been ignoring it, but insignificant shade from Gary Owens is the moment that you say, I am the lead senior, whatever job she says she has. You know what I mean? And that's an amazing accomplishment, and I'm not trying to diminish her accomplishment, because that is an amazing accomplishment to have. But it was just, that's just the vibe that I got when I watched it. I was like, why are we dragging on with Gary Owens? Like, I was watching it, it came on. She was like, Gary Owens said blah, blah, and then she started playing the clip. And then the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, okay, when is she gonna cut Gary off and clap back? And then the clip just dragged on. And then once the clip went off, then she was like, I'm a senior, woo, 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 woo. And I'm just like, girl. So this wasn't really a clap back to Gary. This was just really like you saying, I leveled up and I'm not leaving the Breakfast Club, without addressing it. Now, I felt as though if you are a person that just got this new position and you do have your own segment, and you did make this major accomplishment for yourself, which is a major accomplishment, and I just felt like it was lame to present it through Gary Owens instead of announcing it as an announcement to focus on her achievement, if that makes sense, okay? And the comments are not even speaking about Gary in the comments. All of the comments of the video are congrats Loren, congrats Loren, congrats Loren. And that's literally all the comments are basically saying. Now we're gonna get into more of the back and forth and how this has been ignited and what Jess Hillarious is saying and things like that. But so I just wanted to just breeze through some of the comments. So it says, congratulations on being senior news producer. I'm a senior news producer. Talk your ish. Loren is a prime example of adding value to a situation. Okay, senior news producer, congratulations. Come through, senior news producer. I love it. And then, you know, majority of the comments was focused on her announcement of senior news producer. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, that's really what this was, an announcement of her being senior news producer. All right. So Corey Holcomb, in the midst of a lot of people feeling as though Loren is the better option, he took jabs at Jess Hillarious as well as, you know, and he basically echoed a lot of what many people who are fans of the Breakfast Club have been saying. Many people of the Breakfast Club have been stating and saying, you know, Jess is boring. Oh, Loren is better. Loren is better. This, that, and so much more. So let's play what Corey Holcomb had to say, and then we'll get into what Jess said in response.
Words about her up at the Breakfast Club.
She done got it to.
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So she got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented.
Been saying that for a while.
She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah, she has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Loren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out. And then Les Hillarious ain't even reading right. And now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment on the Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Les Hillarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for... Les Hillarious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
Stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who is talented. And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it, right? But
all right. And so what he said is what a lot of the comments said. If you read the comments, it's basically like he's reading a teleprompter off of what the comments have been saying for months. For months and months and months, this is what they have been saying under the comments of the Breakfast Club, because when I peek in on the Breakfast Club, that's what it said. Now, I respectfully disagree with him and the majority of the comments, and I am going to speak from the mind and lens of a content creator. I've been a YouTuber for 8 years. I've been a content creator. I make content. I deliver news. I cover trials. I have a wide variety of lanes when it comes to content creation. Now, in the beginning of me becoming a content creator, when I was building my platform and I was building my name, I was putting up 3 videos a day, 4 videos a day. I was hungry. I had a hunger for it. I had a passion. I heard about how much money that YouTubers were able to make. And I was like, you know what? This is my goal. I want to be able to make this amount from YouTube a month. I want to be able to hit this goal. I want to be able to hit 100,000 subscribers. I had a goal and a mission. And once you hit those points, sometimes YouTubers will keep at the same pace that they did in the beginning when they were hungry. And sometimes people kind of fall to the wayside. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that Loren is more talented than Jess Hillarious. I don't think that she is less talented than Jess Hillarious neither. I don't think she's either more talented. I don't think that she's less talented. I think that what I see is the same type of fire that I had when I first started. She's hungry right now. Jess got the position. She's in the position. She's not as hungry as Loren is right now. And sometimes as content creators, you kind of lose that fire from it. And her reading those comments and seeing how people are constantly saying, you're not as talented, you're not as talented, you're not as talented. As much as content creators want to have thick skin and we say, you know, oh, I don't care what you say, a lot of people are affected by what people say and what people are saying on social media. And that will eventually affect somebody's psyche. I just think, in my opinion, that once there is a story or a topic that Jess is passionate about, she'll get that fire again. Okay? Because a lot of times as content creators, it comes in waves. Like, I was having a conversation with another well-known content creator. He has a platform much bigger than mine. We're really cool, you know, friends and all that. And he was sharing me, he was like, yeah, man, I'm really in a funk right now. I can't even, you know, I'm not inspired. And that's something that a lot of us as content creators go into. We've seen Jess do very well with Jess with the Mess. She has done Jess with the Mess effortlessly in her hungry phase. Okay? When she was hungry, when she wasn't on the radio, when she was trying to prove that, you know, she could be a comedian, and when she was trying to make a name for herself, when she had that hunger, her Jess with the Mess was enjoyable. She had that fire up under her and that passion. So hopefully Loren keeps that passion and the pedestal that you guys are putting her up on. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of content creators come on this platform. They'll have motion, they'll have a lot of views, and then they'll plateau. Because that fire and that passion, once they hit a certain mark, it dies down. Once them views ain't the same on a different topic, it kind of dies down. After years go by, the passion changes. So as Loren, and yes, she was previously on the TMZ, but she was behind the scenes. We didn't know who Loren was until she came on The Breakfast Club. Now we getting to know her name. When she worked at TMZ, you didn't know who Loren was. You didn't have no idea or one iota. So her being in front of the camera and her being and having some type of spotlight, it has a different type of fire. It's new, it's fresh. I remember being, and this wasn't too long ago, at the ASAP Rocky trial, and the YouTuber I'm Not a Lawyer But was there. And I told her, I said, I admire how much passion you have to get your stories out and things like that. I said, in the beginning of me doing YouTube, I had that same passion. I don't have it no more. But I admire when people are grinding and doing what they doing, because me watching other people have that fire, it inspires me to be like, girl, you need to go harder. You slacking off. And hopefully Jess Hillarious doesn't take this as a negative and doesn't take this as a confirmation that this isn't her lane. I just hope that she uses this as a motivation to have that fire again. Sometimes as content creators, you got to see somebody really kicking the ground running and remind yourself like, damn, I need to get on my game. And hopefully this is a wake-up call to her to get up on her game and deliver, because I don't think that she's incapable of delivering. I don't think that she's incapable of being entertaining, comedic. I just think that she needs that fire ignited back in her. And I just think that hopefully this isn't a deterrent to make her soak in, you know, damn, everybody against me, well, fuck it, and have that attitude that she's been having. No, use this as fire to, you know, and you don't have to prove yourself to people, but hopefully you get inspiration to show the people what you're capable of. But when you are a new mother, when you are battling postpartum, these things kind of take time to cycle through, okay? And so Jess Hillarious decided to respond, and this is what she said in response.
Tired ass nigga. Who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Loren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The fuck is we talking about? I don't know how long it's gonna take for a motherfucker to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that. I started saying shit on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that shit 6 a.m. or whatever. Yeah. That retired ass nigga. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her. Man, that girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great at the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay? Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the fucking hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no fucking woman. Ever. No. Now listen. I may not say everything that y'all, you know, I may offend women here and there. I offend men here and there. You know, I offend others here and there, you know. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment. Oh.
Somebody in the comments said, who's the MFer that needs to confirm it, Jess? I think that the radio station or the Breakfast Club itself, they should have, in my opinion, felt like that should have been an announcement of what's going on to the audience. When there's changes to the way that we're doing things, there's an audience that's watching. And I feel like as a person who is, like I said, a content creator, there's things that sometimes, you know, if you're making changes, if Loren is a now permanent host, what's it to explaining that to your audience? If you see that people keep putting us together and they're hoping that she takes my spot, and y'all know that we've worked out this agreement where she gonna have her thing, I'm gonna have my thing, and we gonna do it like that, why aren't y'all clearing that up instead of keeping this feud in the comments going? If they would make that clear, there would be less for people to keep going off of, because they would have been known Loren got her spot and Jess got her spot and so on and so forth. But because they have not cleared it up, they have not confirmed it on the Breakfast Club, people have been rallying and going on and on and on and on and on and on about it in the comment section. They have. And so I'm with her with that point. I think that they could have cleared it up. Simple. And I think that Loren could have cleared it up too. But again, I don't know what's in their contract. I don't know who has permission to say what. So I'm going to say the person who has permission to make announcements should have cleared it up when they seen that these two was going against each other after Loren was brought in because Jess took maternity leave. Somebody else in the comments had made a statement and said, it's clear that Jess wasn't up to par because they brung in Loren. That's not how it happened. They brung in Loren because she got pregnant. They brung in Loren because she had an absence to take care of her child, and she's rightfully owed maternity leave like mothers are owed. But, you know, unfortunately for her, because postpartum and because, you know, things happen, Loren proved herself as a host that people wanted to see, and that's kind of how things ended up.
Okay. Y'all ain't gonna agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Loren LaRosa got it going on. She did. You know what I'm saying? I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thanks me on air, but she don't thank me online. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, shit a little different.
Okay. And so I caught that shade as well. And I'm with Jess on that. I'm with her on that. Okay? I'm with her on that. Like, girl, is it genuine? You saying it on the Breakfast Club, but I don't ever see you echoing these things nowhere else. So, is it genuine?
You know, online. But if niggas is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? That shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Okay. Y'all ain't gonna agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate.
You got that job.
All right. So that's what she said. I think there's other clips available, but I agree with her. I'm one of those type of people who, like, I address shit. You know, I address stuff. Like, if I see people coming in my comments, if there's a misconception about something, if I see that certain things are being said, I'm just one of the type of people, I'm going to address it. I address people in person. I address weird energy. I address all kind of stuff. I'm just one of those type of people. That's just my personality. Everybody not like that. And I guess I have a confrontational style personality because I address something. Like, if people getting shit mixed up, if they put me against somebody, I'm the type that's going to address it. Like, nah, she got her thing, I got my thing, blue. And maybe that comes as a disadvantage to me. You know, I shouldn't clear up things or say things or speak out or respond. But in this particular situation, I feel like whoever is in charge of making announcements should have, instead of putting these two women against each other. And that's just what it was on that. When I saw Loren's video of her clapping back to Gary Owens, I was like, girl, if you wanted to announce your job, just say that, because that's a huge accomplishment. And to mix it in with clapping back to Gary Owens as a way to say that instead of just addressing the issue and addressing, hey guys, I see that you guys keep speaking on me and Jess, that would have been more genuine to me. I can't relate to phoniness. I don't care how good a person is. I don't care what, but I also don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if she don't like Jess Maybe she don't like her, and if she don't like her, then she ain't obligated to clear up a motherfucking thing. I don't like the bitch anyway. She just a coworker. That could be the sentiment. But if she's genuine and she has, this feeling of, listen up, I feel like I would have addressed it a different type of way, You said, so Loren got to go on a thank you tour because people trolling Jess. Did I say that? No, I didn't say that she had to go on a thank you tour. I'm saying that it could have been addressed head on instead of passive aggressive addressing of it through Gary Owens. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if we gonna address the situation, address it. Why is we using Gary Owens to address the elephant in the room that people are saying that you need to take this girl job? That's all I'm saying. I'm just direct. And like somebody said in the comments, being direct ain't always good for business. I guess so, but that's my opinion on the matter. That's my opinion on the matter. If we're going to address this elephant in the room, let's address it. Hey, guys. I see you guys keep pinning me against Jess. Both of us can be great in our own right. She has her segment, and with the hard work that I've put in, I've got my segment. It don't even need to be a whole lot of. It don't even need to be a whole lot of. That's all I'm saying. Golden Girl says, I have empathy for Jess. She was definitely being shady towards Loren. For example, today, Jess tried to correct Loren on how she pronounced donkey. Loren had to, Jess, I'm from Delaware. That's how I guess it broke up. Okay. Fine Red Wine says, Loren seems like the girl that comes to help, but try to take over. Loren did not have much motion after TMZ. Some of y'all in the comments say y'all knew her from TMZ. I didn't know her until she got on the Breakfast Club, but we all watch different things. We all have different interests. I don't really see that. Holiday Season says she don't own the platform. That's why I said whoever is in charge of making the business decision to address things, they had to give her the go-ahead to announce that she was senior producer. That was new. When she said it in that Gary Owens video, that was the first time she said it, because all of her fans are saying congrats in that video, in the comments. So if she had the go-ahead to address and inform people of her title, I feel like she could have done it and just addressed the situation head on. If we're gonna. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep on saying the same thing over and over again. Loren is liked, rightfully so. She does a good job. So sometimes there's biases there with people that we like, and Loren is likable. She's not confrontational. She's sweet. She has a sweet personality. And a lot of times when you have a sweet personality, people kind of put you in like a victim mode. You know, I see that a lot. Like the people with the more mild personalities, the more, less aggressive temperament, people kind of like make them out to be like, oh my God, poor her. Like, don't scratch her. Don't, that's kind of what they do. Like Jess has more of a, and maybe I relate to the situation differently because I'm more of an aggressive type of personality. I'm more of a say what's on my mind. Let's not beat around the bush, bitch. Who you playing with? That's kind of more my personality. So people don't put me in that poor her, like, oh my God, don't say, you know, they don't put me in that victim state, you know? You said you must have missed the video when Lauren addressed it head on. When she addressed it head on, because yes, I definitely missed it if she did. I definitely did. When did she address it head on? Because I didn't see that. I did not see it. So let's continue. It's been a lot going on, honey. It's been a lot going on. Let's see. Oh, this girl right here was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, honey. This was very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me. Let's talk about it. So this woman right here, she said that the G-Wagon that Jello gifted Rashida is actually hers, and she says the custom-built vehicle, that she custom-built the vehicle and waited years for it to arrive, but didn't have the money to buy it because it came a month early. Let's get into this real quick because this was a little cuckoo.
I'm just gonna go public because I need help, and I need help fast. So in November of 2023, I stepped out on faith and I ordered my custom G-Wagon. For many years, I have been trying to just buy them online and different things, and you know, it all.
Y'all said Lauren addressed it. Hold on, let's get into this first real quick. Somebody said Lauren addressed it when Jess came back from maternity leave. What did she address? That she was a permanent host? What did she address? Did she say she was a permanent host? Because the fans of the Breakfast Club didn't get that memo. Because I be reading the comments when I peek in over there, especially, like I said, when I was watching and keeping up with the Wendy Williams stuff. All of the comments were advocating for her to replace Jess. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about her being a permanent position on the Breakfast Club. In the Gary Owens video, it seems that is the first time she's mentioned that, number one, she's permanent and she's not a replacement or temporary, and that she is of a senior status. So what are you guys saying that she addressed? Because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about her announcement as being senior, having a permanent position, along with what the comments are saying. I'm saying if she was going to address it, address that as its own thing, because I felt like her using Gary Owens was passive aggressive. But I've said that already. Hopefully that makes sense to some of y'all. I guess it's not being conveyed correctly. Maybe I'm not saying it correctly. I'm not really sure. But that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into this.
I'm just gonna go public because I need help, and I need help fast. So in November of 2023, I stepped out on faith and I ordered my custom G-Wagon. For many years, I have been trying to just buy them online and different things, and you know, it always fell through because I wasn't ready. So I said, I'm just gonna order it. So I ordered it in November of 2023, and it was scheduled to come in June of 2024, my birthday month. However, it got delayed, and they said your car got converted to a 2025. So basically I had to wait a whole nother year. I had to reorder it in August of 2024. I got on the allocation list and they told me that it would be here in March. So I was getting all my money together. I work in the music industry. I'm an artist, you know, I get money in the music industry. So I was getting all my stuff together and the car came early, okay? The car came in February and I'm just gonna go public because I need help and I need help. And I was not ready. I was not ready. The boat was getting close to America. I was panicking. Point is, the car came to the dealership February 26th. They told me if you do not pay for the car in 72 hours, we will open up the vehicle for public sale, meaning another person has an opportunity to buy your car. I was doing everything to get all of the money because I didn't want to finance it, I didn't want to lease it, and I didn't want to get other people involved in the transaction. However, the car sat there for about a week and a half, and then somebody came and bought it.
All right, so did y'all hear that? She said she didn't want to finance it. She didn't want to lease it. And she didn't want to get other people involved in the transaction. She wanted to pay for it in cash. Okay? The car came a month earlier than she anticipated for this car that she's going to pay for in cash to come. And she did not have the funds for it. And I'm thinking, if the car came a month earlier and you cannot afford to pay for that car, can you really afford the car? Because isn't the upkeep and the maintenance on a car such as this going to be expensive? And if you need co-signers, because that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like she need co-signers. She doesn't have the credit and she needed somebody to finance it. So she opted out of those. Now, she didn't say that, but she said she didn't want to get other people involved in the transaction, meaning, what does that mean? A co-signer, right? She didn't want to lease it, and she didn't want to finance it. Let's continue.
Who bought it? LiAngelo Ball, the rapper, Jello. Hey, song's fire. Congrats. JV deal, $13 million, fantastic. I was super thrown off that basically my car got bought that I had been waiting on for so long, but I was at least, I could find some gratitude in the fact, and I was not ready. I was not ready. The boat was getting close to America. I was panicking. Point is, the car came to the dealership February 26th. They told me if you do not pay for the car in 72 hours, we will open up the vehicle for public sale. Meaning that at least the person who bought it is somebody in the music industry, right? I knew how to get to them. You know, I had my attorney reach out to his attorney. Boom. Like, we were doing all that. And this all happened 2 days ago. He bought the car Thursday, March 13th. It's Saturday, March 15th. Okay. My plan was to pitch LiAngelo to let me buy my car back cash. I just needed a few weeks. You know, at the end of the day, that car doesn't mean as much to him as it does to me because I built that thing from A to Z. That's my design. And to him, it just looks cool. So maybe he wouldn't have any attachment to it and he'd be willing to just sell it back to me. Boom. Okay, then I find out, basically gifted the car to her. I am trying to reach this young woman. I'm trying to reach this young woman and let her know what's going on. You know, this is bigger than just the car. I have an event coming up in May called Pearl Energy's Grand Giesta in Bel Air. It's a mansion party. I'm inviting all my family and friends to celebrate me getting the car. It's like, I didn't necessarily plan for the thing to go this way, but the good part is at least I know where it's at. It's here in LA. It's with somebody of decent character. If you guys could please help me out.
So she created a whole party for a car that she don't own for her family to come to Beverly Hills to celebrate a car that she never officially got in her possession, but because she didn't have the money to pay for it and was warned beforehand, she wants social media to help her get the car.
Please go to her Instagram and comment, please check your DM from @PearlEnergy. I'm getting y'all involved. I need help in order for her to see this is bigger than just an everyday transaction. I am trying.
So she want people to go harass the girl. Divine Backup Channel says, I love her optimism. This the type of faith we all need. So she want people to go harass LeAngelo girlfriend and get her to sell her back the car so that she could have a party in Beverly Hills to celebrate getting the car. Child, you can't make this stuff up. It's so crazy. I thought that was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, honestly. I thought that was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now, get into this. Now, y'all know Kiki Palmer, baby daddy brother, Serranis, who was on Insecure. He got the ladies online airing him out, okay? So, y'all know Kiki Palmer. She got the baby daddy Darius. Now, Darius got the brother Serranis. Now, Serranis done dated a girl since 2021. Now, in the midst of him dating this girl in 2021, since 2021, he recently done went raw willy in another girl. So him going raw willy in this new girl recently resulted in what happens when people go raw with willy in a woman and the woman is ovulating. So he go raw dogging in this girl, get her pregnant, and